Hey, we are live.
Okay.
All right, let me get on my phone. Hello, everybody. Hey, Deb. Hi, Carol Clark.
Hey,
Hey, Deb.
hi. Having a little trouble there.
That's okay.
Not reading what I'm pressing.
Hi, Suzanne. Gordon is going to be cooking for us today.
Howdy doody.
So you can get started anytime you want, dear.
Okay.
Just tell them the steps that you're doing and go for it.
All righty. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? We're going to be cooking a creamy chicken and rice casserole today. First thing it's telling you to do is poach the chicken breast. One thing I did, I went ahead and cut my chicken up into bite-sized pieces while it was raw. It tells you to do it after you cook it, but I went ahead and jumped it. So I'm going to start this to going, just to put it on high until it gets going. And then you turn it down to a medium heat and simmer for 20 minutes. If you're doing this step by step, this is where you put in your chicken broth and your thyme. I don't like thyme, so I substituted basil. Okay. At the same time this is going, in the recipe, it tells you to go ahead and cook your white rice because it takes a while to cook too. So it tells you to use a saucepan. We eat a lot of rice around here, so we have a rice cooker. I'm going to go ahead and use the rice cooker. Okay. I've got my mixed vegetables here. I'm going to put them in the steamer part of the rice cooker instead of boiling them on the stove. Kind of combine the steps a little bit. In the recipe, it tells you to cook it like 6 to 7 minutes, or what it says on however it says on a package, and maybe even a minute less, because they're concerned about your vegetables getting mushy. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in the rice cooker. I hope not too many of them fall through. So we're kind of at the hold. You might want to turn your oven on to 375 and let it preheat. I'm looking at my recipe. Go ahead and see what the thing is you can do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make the breadcrumb topping while these are cooking. I need a stick of butter, or not a stick, gosh. I need 2 tablespoons of butter melted in the frying pan. So
Hey Deb, how's your day been?
What's that?
I was asking Deb how her day's been.
Oh, okay.
It's been fine. And I slept a lot of the day and then ran errands and picked up Tamaya, then came home, cooked dinner, cleaned up after dinner, ran in here, and you were on.
Oh, you were busy.
Yeah,
Are you feeling better?
except for the nap part. I'm still in pain, but it's a lot better than
Good.
over the weekend. So, yeah. Yep. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I was gonna tell everybody I'm not gonna come on camera tonight because I still have the neck brace on. And just don't want to show myself in my brace. I'm too embarrassed. And I'm doing okay.
That's good.
Hi, Pudding Kitty, Denise C, Pussycat, Suzanne. Found your crumbs? Gordon,
What?
do you have your hearing aids in?
No,
Oh,
Like-
well,
I got the volume all the way up. Hang on just a second.
I know. Is anybody hearing an echo?
Okay, I've got my butter melting over here in this frying pan. And all I really have to do here is put the breadcrumbs in and just kind of stir them around so they're coated. And then take it off the heat.
Hi, Lori Colley. I'm so happy your mother's doing better. She's still in our prayers.
So
Hi,
you may need a little more
Clarissa.
butter.
Hi, Taz. Come here, Tazzy. Oh, good. I'm glad you don't hear an echo. Hi, Tina, Bina. You ready to eat? Me too. This dish is a little bit complex. So it's going to take him a little while to have it ready tonight. Hey, Carol Clark. My neck is doing better, but I've been having problems with this. I think I got something called costochondritis.
Shut up,
Oh.
dogs.
So I've been put on I've been put on steroids. So I'm taking steroids for that pain. Really? Let me get the button.
The button's on the nightstand.
Let me get the button, Willie. Stop, Willie.
Okay, my chicken's boiling. I'm gonna turn it down to a medium heat, let it simmer for 20 minutes.
Sorry about the craziness of our dogs. They've been going nuts all day. I don't know if there's something out in the backyard they're trying to get, but they've been doing a lot of barking today. I know that for sure I'm ready to get this neck brace removed permanently. We have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I bet you do. Probably more.
Oh,
hate.
mostly hate, I'm thinking.
Yeah, you got it right, honey. Yep, Tina, it's real life. Always at our house, you will find real life.
Well,
Hi, Debbie Johnson. How has everyone's Monday been? Let me know in the chat. Has it been a good one or a bad one? Or a mediocre? Thanks, Pudding Kitty. Yep, Chef Gordon. He's been taking care of all my food.
Chef Gordon, Nurse Gordon. What else?
hello.
He does a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Deb and I stayed up all night watching movies last night.
Yeah.
We watched Executive Decision, and then we watched The Matrix. I never seen The Matrix.
I saw that on last night and I couldn't believe you were watching a science fiction movie.
No, I didn't really care for it. Lots of rain, Debbie Johnson. Thank you, Tina. The Executive Decision movie was pretty good.
Was that Kurt Russell in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was that one. Wasn't sure, but
Hi, Tolbert. Hi, Adelaide. Tolbert
Hi,
says, Nana Patty and Mr. Gordon, sending lots of love and prayers for a quick recovery. Nana, hello to all you beautiful chatters. So glad you are back. We missed you. Oh, thank you, Tolbert. I'm glad to be back. About 4 more weeks, I'll be back to no neck brace.
yeah, Dana looks really forward to these lives to see everybody and get a chance to talk to them.
Yeah, I do. That's the whole reason I made a channel, is so I could stay in touch with everyone. Morning, Paisley Les. That sounds good. Oh my goodness, Lori. Says her husband went for a little walk. He was only gone for about 4 minutes. He fell flat on his face. Oh my goodness, blood everywhere, black eyes now, crazy life. Wow, Lori, that's terrible.
What happened?
He fell on his flat on his face.
Oh, wow.
was there ice or?
Snow or ice or rain?
Well, Carrie Underwood managed to flay spin off her porch, so you'll probably do good too.
Clarissa, I am taking it easy and resting and so bored.
I bet you are when you can't even diamond paint.
Yeah. No diamond painting, nothing really. 5-pound weight limit for everything. Lori says, yes, he fell on the ice. Oh, goodness.
My nephew did that like 2 or 3 weeks ago and broke his back.
Oh, my gosh.
And he's young. He's like in his early 30s with 2 little kids, and they can't
Oh,
understand why daddy can't pick him up. And he's got a full body, well, I guess from the waist up.
oh my gosh. That's terrible, Deb.
Yeah.
We had one of our guys, it hadn't been this year because we haven't even hardly had a winter yet. But a couple of years ago, we had a guy that was he's a high school classmate of mine, and he's one of the sports guys on local TV. But he came out of his front door and slipped on the ice and landed and hit his head on his stoop. And of course, it wasn't time for the sports, and his wife's at work and everybody's gone. So we got to lay out in the cold for about 3 hours before somebody found him. But
Oh,
he's back to being okay now.
Lori, definitely don't let him go on walks without you.
We're playing the waiting game now. We're poaching chicken and waiting for the rice.
Now, that's okay. You could tell us some military stories and secrets.
I don't know if I have any military stories. That's been so long ago.
Uh-huh.
When I was in, there was still sailing ships.
It was still sailboats.
Yeah, we had sailing ships. We didn't have anything, but
Yeah.
most of my military stories would involve some seriously bad language. So
Uh-huh.
we're questionable subject matter.
We'll save that
Mhm.
for another day.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll save that for a private Zoom.
Yeah. Nana Patty met me really late in my career. I only had about 2-3 years left when she met me. So she missed me in my younger days when I wasn't quite so politically correct.
Hi,
Not that I'm
kindness cake.
Not that I'm terribly politically correct right now, but
Oh, goodness, Debbie, that happened to your grandpa? He slid down a hill that was frozen.
Wow.
Hi, Aurora.
I did that, but it was in a truck.
You did what?
I slid down a hill one time, but it was in a truck.
Oh, well, at least you were in a truck.
Yeah.
A little protected.
I mean, I've never seen such shiny ice before. I mean, usually there'd be like snow or something on top of it.
Yeah.
This was just pure shine, slick as heck. I'm just like, okay, how do I get out of this one?
Mm-hmm.
it's been a few years back. But I remember one time when I had a full size pickup, and the storm had been gone for several days, and the snow was all melted. So I was going to work, and I came on the highway on ramp. Boy, I was gunning it to get up to speed. And about the time I hit the end of the on ramp, I hit a patch of black ice, and I did about 360s on the interstate, and then went off in the center median. And I wasn't hurt, but boy, it took me a few minutes to catch my breath again after that.
Oh, Debbie Johnson, I'm so sorry your grandpa passed.
Oh,
Was it because of the ice and falling down the hill? And Lori says, nope, that's it. With the seizures and all, it's just not safe. I feel responsible. I should have never let him go out alone. A lapse of judgment on my part. Well, you just don't expect that kind of thing to happen.
well, and I don't know how old your grandpa was, but I know as I get older, I'm not too keen on people telling me what I can and can't do either. It's one of them things about getting old, I guess. So if you trust him and he goes out, it can't really be your fault. It's God's looking over everything.
That's okay, Aurora. Debbie, you're 64. You just finished chemo and radiation. Yeah, wear helmets. Yep. I agree. Helmets, knee pads, elbow pads.
Old people need to be like kids on bicycles, need all that stuff on.
Honey Talbert Flanders said, "Thank you, Mr. Gordon, for your service. I love
Oh.
stories of those who served our land, no matter where we roam."
Yeah, thank you. One thing I do think is funny is when I joined, it was in 1974, and that was in the back in the ages when you wrote letters, and there was only a regular telephone. But wherever I was, usually the telephones, there was like a bank of telephones, and there's like people in line waiting to use them, and you had X amount of time to use it before the next guy's turn. So I get tickled nowadays. We watched something on TV here recently. Well, not recently, but it was a mini series called Carrier, and they did it on the USS Abraham Lincoln. And I got tickled because those guys were like, some young guy's like, "My girlfriend hadn't emailed me in 2 days," and I'm sitting there, 2 days. When I was in, you had to get a letter, and if anything was coming to the ship, it was more important than mail, like aircraft parts. Then the mail didn't come. It just came when it came. It was a lower priority thing. So I think it's funny that when they do complain like that nowadays, it's like, boy, you guys don't know how good you had it.
Did you tell the story about your mom?
Oh no, I didn't tell that story. This is a funny one too. I'd only been in probably maybe a year or even less, and I was overseas, and I was what they call a plane captain, which basically you're like assigned to a certain airplane. That's your airplane. You take care of getting it ready to go fly in and all that stuff, fuel it. And anyway, I was up sitting on the flight deck in the cockpit waiting for them to move the plane up to the front with a tow tractor. And somebody comes up and knocks on the side of the airplane and says, "You need to go to the skipper's cabin just as soon as you're done with this." So I'm like, "Oh crap, what did I do?" Because I didn't know I'd done anything. But after I get done, I couldn't even find his cabin in the first place. I had to end up getting directions. But I finally got to his cabin, and I go in there, and he says, "Petty Officer Lovelace, you need to sit down right here at my desk and write your mom a letter." Because my mom hadn't heard from me in probably, I don't know, gosh, maybe a couple of weeks. I'd slipped up and not mailed one as soon as I should have. But it wasn't like forever that I hadn't written her. I was pretty good about it. But anyway, he tells me, he says, "Yeah, your mom went to the Red Cross to see if you were okay. And the Red Cross contacted me." He says, "So you need to sit down and write your mom a letter. And I really don't want to see you in my office again."
That's hilarious.
So I get a hold of my mom, and in the next letter, I'm like, "Mom, do not ever stick the Red Cross on me again about writing." And of course, she comes back and says, "Well, then write, stupid."
Mhm. Yeah.
But yeah, that was, I remember that. You eagerly wait for those letters and the care packages. You get your cookies and they come in crumbs. They've been tossed around for 10,000 miles.
Well, it was the thought that counted.
Yeah. I remember showing my age back in the day there. I used to write with a red flare pen. Anybody remembers flare pens? Those felt tips? That's what I wrote with. Back in the days before gel ink.
Back in the day before what?
Gel pens. like the pens you have now that use that gel type ink.
Yeah,
They didn't have those back then. You either had like a regular Bic pen or something like that,
yeah.
or you had a flare, so I didn't like the way Bic pens rolled. So I use flare pens because they didn't have any ball in them.
It was so funny. I went after I picked up Tamaya from school. We stopped at the grocery store, and she stayed in the car, and I ran in and got what I needed. And there was a car right next to her, and she said I couldn't figure out what he was doing. And she said, and then I finally figured out he was rolling down his window, like with a door handle or whatever. She says, I've never seen a car do that before.
Oh, not electric.
Yeah.
Okay, I took my chicken out of the broth, and it said because I'm going to be putting the cream of chicken soup in here to make the sauce for this. So I've got 2 ounces of almost cheese.
No, Carol, I didn't have a POW bracelet.
That first squadron I was in, the executive officer had been a POW. And like I say, this was 1974, 75. So he'd only been out of the POW camp for a couple of years. Whenever I knew him.
Hi, Nightmare.
I'm sorry, say again.
Nightmare.
I was talking to chat. Sorry, Gordon.
That's okay.
We need smell-o-vision. Everybody wants to smell what it smells like.
I just don't want to smell it. I want to eat it.
Hmm. It's really good. He made this for the first time for us, a couple of weeks ago. I think it was a week or two ago you made this. Gordon. Babe,
But
was it a couple of weeks ago you made this?
I think it's been like a week, maybe.
Okay.
Because as soon as I made it, you said, this will be something good to have on the cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
So here we are.
Oh, Denise, see, I'm glad they found him.
Oh my
Your
goodness.
uncle was in Vietnam and was MIA for a while.
Yeah, Patty's uncle flew those little observation planes that would go out and look for guys that had been shot down, so they could direct the helicopters in on them. He told Patty a story one time, or she heard. Anyway, he'd been flying around on top of this guy, I think, and he ended up shooting a pistol down in there because he ran out of bullets in his M16.
Hey, babe,
Yeah, man.
can you tell them how you did the chicken, what you did to get the chicken ready?
Oh, yeah. If you missed the first part of it, in the recipe, it tells you to poach it in chicken broth and thyme. And then after you take it out, you're going to want to dice it up. I just diced mine up while it was raw and poached it for 20 minutes. In the chicken broth, and now I'm making cream of chicken, mixing it with the broth, cream of chicken soup, to make the sauce for the casserole.
Hi, Jackie Hughes.
Ooh,
Jackie Hughes. Were you talking about how my uncle,
I was talking about how he flew that airplane. He would fly it down really, really low.
and shooting out the window?
Yeah. If any of y'all have ever seen that Gene Hackman movie called Bat 21, well, Danny Glover did in that movie what her uncle did. So if you ever take a look at Bat 21, it'll show you what he did.
AV Scorpio says, my granddad was the captain of a BP tanker, but in 1939, he was in Germany and he loved photography. So he took a photo of the Bismarck battleship and he got arrested.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Okay, I turned off the heat under my sauce here because my rice isn't quite done yet. I'm waiting for it to pop up and tell me it's finished. Oh, I got a funny story for you guys. You're
Hi,
talking about
Denise.
what?
I was telling someone hello.
Oh,
Sorry.
back when I was 16, my first car. One time I'm over at my aunt's house. It was Christmas time, I think. Anyway, I hung around there all day long, and it's getting ready to be dark. And so I get in the car, and I'm getting ready to head home, and I'm holding a flashlight in my mouth, like a pen light. And my uncle comes out. He says, "What on earth are you doing?" I said, "Well, my dash lights don't work. I got to be able to see my speedometer, so if my dash lights aren't working." He says, "Well, did you check the dimmer?" And yeah, I remember those old cars. I had to turn them up, and the lights would come up. I had my dash lights all turned off, I guess, while I was cleaning the car sometime or whatever. So I've been driving with a flashlight in my mouth for about 3 weeks before I cracked the code. I'm gonna go ahead and put my chicken in my pan because the next thing is gonna be putting this together. So, and then baking it.
BP lawyers from New York went to Berlin to get him out. They thought he was a spy. Oh my goodness.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. Dinner's going to be much later tonight, Tolbert.
It'll probably be ready. Yeah, 7:15, 7:20. As a guess.
About 45 or 50 minutes.
Yeah. I say as soon as I get the rice and vegetables done, I mix them all together. And then throw it in the oven.
It's really good, Lucy. He made this recently and I really liked it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a taste of chicken pot pie. I like chicken pot pie a lot because I like pastry, but it's pretty good with the rice too.
I thought it was really good.
It's one of those you can make it ahead of time and freeze it too. I haven't tried. I don't know if y'all have seen those new the new Ziploc bags they have that are supposed to be able to be thrown in the oven and all that stuff. I haven't tried that yet. That might help for like doing meal prep if you're into that stuff. because you can just throw them in the freezer and then go right straight to the oven with them. I can't remember what they're called.
Wow. I haven't seen those.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name was. I went looking for it one time and I put Ziploc bag. Well, of course, then it gives you 10,000 Ziploc bags. So I keep watching for the commercials so I can make note of the name again.
Hi, Sherry, Shirley.
Hi, Sherry.
Lucy J, I like chicken pot pie too.
Yes, I could probably eat chicken pot pie almost every day.
Yeah, I love that. My kids love that. So they certainly would love that recipe that you're making.
One thing I wish used to be when I flew, I would take chicken pot pies with me to heat up on the airplane. And I remember they used to have those Hungry Man ones that were yay big rectangular.
Uh-huh.
But they don't make those. I used to love those things, but they don't make them anymore. So now I do Marie Callender big ones.
That's so interesting, Evie. He rescued a German seaman, and they kept in touch from 1944 to the early 1990s. That's so cool.
Did any of the rest of y'all hear Tom Sizemore got pulled off of life support and passed away? He's an actor, Saving Private Ryan and a whole bunch of other ones. He was a good guy, had an aneurysm back at the end of February, been in the ICU ever since, never did regain consciousness.
I don't think I've ever had beef pot pie, Tracy.
You never had beef?
Beef pot pie?
Oh, I like those too, but I didn't think you would.
I've never tried it. Me too, Clarissa. Anyone have any big plans this week or next weekend?
Going to Illinois.
Oh, you're taking a road trip, Deb.
Yep.
That's awesome. I'll get to see you again.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll split up the trip a little bit.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we used to have a Marie Callender's restaurant here, but we don't anymore. They had
I-
good pies too.
I think. Oh, I'm thinking of Boston Market.
We
that
don't
we've
have
had
one of
here.
those here.
But I think it just recently closed down.
Boston Market.
Yeah.
Lucy, you're gardening this week and weekend? Don't like split pea soup. I don't think. I can't remember. Gary, I'm doing okay. The neck seems to be healing good, but I got a little complication of a inflammation of the lining of the cartilage in my ribs, and it's causing me really bad pain. So I had to call my surgeon last week and get a steroid, and that's helping.
Okay, I put my vegetables in. I'm kind of fluffing the rice and I'll pour it in too. and then we'll toss it in the oven.
You cover it in the oven or uncovered?
You do cover it. It says lightly covered with foil.
Hi, Joni. I know, Denise. It seems like I take 3 steps forward and 2 steps back.
And now I'm just going to mix it all together.
Can't see it very good.
Hang on a second. I'll move it closer. That better?
Yeah, it's just, yeah, that's better. Oh, goodness, Evie. And you have to go out and walk your dog, right? Yeah, I think I had quiche from Marie Callender's before. Carol? Thank you, Jackie. And I'm not going to come on camera tonight, guys, because I've still got this neck brace. But I love y'all anyway, even though I'm not coming on camera.
Okay. So everybody can see it. Oh, hang on a second. I'm not done yet. Forgot my one step.
Yeah, you went out a lot today before the temp drops. Probably a very good idea, Evie.
That's not going to work.
Is that your breadcrumbs?
What's that?
Is that your breadcrumbs?
That's my breadcrumbs. I just eat something smaller than what I had. Now I'm going to sprinkle them on the top. So not, you don't want to pack them. You just want them kind of laying there.
Thank you, Lucy. Wow, Denise, see, got 9 inches of snow Saturday. That's a lot of snow.
We got 2 feet in Flagstaff last weekend.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for putting Kitty.
Okay, I'm going to flip this so everybody can kind of get a look at it before I stick it in the oven. Whoops.
I can usually catch those typos. I normally can interpret them.
Can everybody
Okay,
see
that's
it?
what it looks like.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Okay, so now I'm gonna loosely cover it in foil, then we're gonna put it in the oven.
Thank you, Tracy. Hi, Jackie Burns. Glad you're here.
You must be ahead of me. I don't. Oh, there's Jackie. Hi, Jackie.
I'm so happy you're here, Jackie.
Yeah, nice to see you. Hope you're having a fun vacation.
I'm happy to see all of you. Oh, that's
Okay, the next
wonderful
thing
news,
is
Tracy.
we're gonna cover it. We're gonna cook it, bake it for 30 minutes covered. And that it.
What?
We're gonna break it for 30 minutes and then we're gonna uncover it and cook for another 10 to 15 minutes to brown up the breadcrumbs. So we're gonna be waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the microphone.
Okay.
Do I need to turn off the video too?
You don't have to turn the video off. You can just leave the video on.
Okay.
Just
Whoops.
mute.
I'm trying to find it. There we go. Oh,
Okay. And then turn your volume down in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Denise,
Denise.
everybody needs a Gordon.
Yes. I am so fortunate.
My twin sister has one.
Honey.
Yeah, he does all the cooking, the cleaning. He won't even let her put gas in her car. You know, he'll take her car and go put gas in it, make sure it's full all the time.
Who does that?
My twin sister's husband.
Oh.
And she just sits there and looks pretty.
Mm-hmm. She's a well-kept woman, huh?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yep, Sherry, he's taking great care of me. He makes sure my drink is full and that if I needed something I drop in the floor, he picks it up for me. He just
Keeps
does all
your
kinds of stuff.
ice packs on your back. And
Yep, he brings me ice packs for my back. Thank you, Denise. That's so good. That's such great news, Jackie Burns, that all your tests have been normal.
congratulations, Jackie. That's great.
I hope I get
Davida,
that.
hi.
What, Deb?
Davida. I was saying hi.
Oh, Davita's here too?
Yep.
Hi, Davita. Glad
She's
you're
in
here.
the kitchen too, cooking dinner.
Okay.
Manicotti, salad, homemade croutons.
Wow.
Yummy.
That sounds delicious, Davita. You need to come on and cook with me sometime.
We had taco salads tonight.
I was gonna sell t-shirts tonight, but they've sold already. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so I don't have anything to sell. But I'm sure we'll be coming up with some stuff in the near future. As
Yep.
you all know, Dandy started or activated her own channel, and she's doing auctions of sales over there. She's always welcome to come back here and do a guest auction if she wants to. But we're happy for Dandy.
Well, I'll still be doing auctions.
Oh yeah, you're gonna come do them on my channel, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I just I wasn't aware you were doing a live tonight, or I would have gotten stuff
Oh, that's
ready.
okay.
Actually, I was going to do that this weekend and before my shoulder blades start acting up.
Mm-hmm. Jackie says there's a lot of white stuff there. Yuck. Had to brush
Yeah.
it off the car this morning. Yep,
I don't
that's
own a
right.
show snuggle anymore, and I hope I never will.
Yeah, that's right, Clarissa. You're going to be sending me some stuff to auction off for the fundraiser.
Great.
Oh, great, Jackie. Thank you. I think I told everyone already that we had our first great granddaughter or grandbaby period um last week. Last week.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's precious. She was born 4 pounds 15 ounces, and she was born a little early, but she's doing good.
Little tiny one.
Already home.
She's already home with mom and daddy.
It's amazing how they send those little ones home like that now.
Mm-hmm. It is. And then we're supposed to have our second great granddaughter in June.
I wish I had some grandbabies.
I bet you'll get some one of these days.
I get baby fever all the time.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Clarissa. Help me, Rhonda. Evie. She looks precious, but she's a long ways from us. She's in California. So we won't get to see her very much. Just pictures. I took that message out, honey. I don't want everybody having her name.
Oh. Okay,
Just a first name. What's her first name?
Kayla.
Jayla. She has a lot of names.
We'll call her out.
I know, Lucy J. She's so little. So what are you going to do next? You're leaving Friday, Deb?
Yeah.
I'm going to Illinois.
Yep. From Arizona.
And how far? How many hours does it take?
It's like 24. It's 23 something.
Mm-hmm.
And with stops, bathroom breaks, eating, getting out and walking around a little bit, because I drive straight through. Usually takes about 28, 29 hours.
Mm-hmm. That's a long trip.
Yeah. It's not, I'm pretty used to it now. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I just download a lot of movies and um, listen to YouTube when I have a signal. And I just listen to movies and everything and just drive straight through. It's like going to the movies for 28, 29 hours.
Wow. Sherry,
Yeah.
you're in California. Davita, she's out there with you guys. My great grandbaby is. Families are spread out.
Yeah.
I remember the olden days when families lived together, multi-generations lived together. I kind of think that that was a good thing because grandparents, were a big influence on their grandkids, and they learned a lot. They learned etiquette and how to behave and what, Deb?
I just laughed when you said etiquette.
Uh-huh. You know, they learn life lessons from the
Mhm.
older generation. Hey, Ivy Lynn, good to see you.
I remember when we were little, my mom sent us to charm school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to learn etiquette. And
Mm-hmm. Did it work? I mean, I know that you're very
I mean,
well
back then,
behaved.
back
You're very
then,
well
yeah.
behaved adult. So yeah.
It was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Florida.
Florida, nice to see you.
I don't know if you heard or not, Florida, but I'm not going to be selling the shirts tonight because they're already sold. So, um, some of the people in our group bought them, so they're sold and counted for.
Hmm.
And thank you so much, Florida, for doing that.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Everybody
yeah,
can use t-shirts.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know which fork to use to help me, Rhonda. I don't know which one's the salad and which one's the entree. I just grab one and hope it's the right one.
Lucy, I'm going to Springfield, Illinois. I have a son there, and I go there twice a year and check on him. And I have a doctor's appointment also while I'm there. We do it twice a year, and then bring some stuff back from my storage shed. And then once the storage shed is, once I get everything out of that storage shed, well, then we'll start flying there. But really, my son's going to be moving here in Arizona, so we won't be doing so many trips there. We'll just
That's
go back
good.
for special occasions. Yeah.
I know, help me, Rhonda. That's good that they're already sold. Evie, give me the fork and the knife. Ma'am. Yeah, I remember back in the olden days, we had TV, but we didn't watch TV a lot. Families sat around and told stories to each other. And I loved that. I miss that.
Oh, Lucy, I don't live in Flagstaff. I live in Chandler. I just saw on the news that they had 2 feet of snow. I don't get snow where I'm at. In fact, we don't have any natural disasters
Mm-hmm.
except maybe a dust storm, if you want to call that a disaster. But
Hey, Florida, I sent you an email. Just want to let you know. Evie, you were the remote control. I was too. Thank you, Clarissa. Yeah, I was the remote control because I
yeah,
was the youngest. Hmm. Okay, Florida. Yes, California has had some crazy weather recently.
Yeah,
Lucy J
Chandler
says
is nice.
they get dust storms in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I went to New Mexico whenever I was a little girl. I'm trying to remember where my aunt and uncle lived. There was an Air Force base there because he was stationed in the military. And we got there and the weather was pretty good. And within a few hours, it was freezing cold and there was a blizzard.
Oh my goodness.
We do get dust storms sometimes, Lucy. We do. Not very often. Yeah, Denise, see, that being the youngest doesn't always work out well. When I was a kid, my grandparents lived a long ways away from us. They lived in Louisiana and we lived in Oklahoma. So I didn't get to see them very often, but they sure did like to tell us stories. And sometimes they would be scary stories. But they would try to make them a little funny. Nope, it wasn't in Albuquerque. It was Clovis, New Mexico.
I'll be driving to Albuquerque.
Yep. Isn't where the atomic bombs were made? I don't know where. Isn't that where the atomic bomb was made? I don't know. Oh, Aurora, you're on my list, honey. I won't forget to pray for you. Hey, surviving the storms. Love you too. Glad you
Hi,
stopped
surviving
by.
the storms. Hi, Ivy Lynn.
White Sands Missile Range, is that in Clovis, New Mexico? White Sands, New Mexico. Okay. Oh wow, Evie, that's crazy. So scary. So the news here reported a huge blast in the Midlands, UK. Nothing was found. Only thing they could deduce was that it was a sonic boom by jets that scrambled to intercept a plane. So scary. I want to ask for special prayers tonight too for Carol Boyce. As far as I know, she's still in the hospital. She had to have surgery, a pretty big surgery, and she's recovering. If everyone would just keep her in your prayers too.
Of course.
I got it, Florida. I'm sorry, honey. Wednesday's your birthday. Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Florida.
Ivy says she's not able to tag, but she's glad to see everyone. Oh yeah, Lucy J. Yeah. Hey, Clarissa. Hi, wake
I
up.
wake up. We
Jinx, you
still
owe me
got
a
it.
Coke.
Yep. I'll bring you one. Includes.
Trying to think of something else to talk about. I don't know why my mind's just gone blank. Haven't really been doing much lately other than watching TV, watching YouTube, um, just laying around taking it easy is boring. I think I'm gonna have to get Gordon to take me out somewhere. I need to go to Hobby Lobby and get some supplies. Lisa D has started doing this mandala rock painting, and it is so pretty. She did this really beautiful rock. So I want to try it, and so I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby and get the things that I need to do it with, and then I think we'll do it on a live, and get Lisa D here. We may have to do it on it like in the afternoon, one day, but I really want to try that rock painting.
Can you tell us what supplies we
Hi,
need before that
Larky. Yeah,
so we can do it with you?
yeah. As soon as I get it figured out and a date set, I'll put it in a community post. What all that you need to do it. We can all do it together.
Cool. That sounds like fun.
Yeah. No, Lucy J, I didn't watch the Murdaugh trial. I watched the sentencing, and there's some parts of the trial, like his testimony. I watched that. Hey, Larky, I hope you're doing okay.
Hi, Lark.
That's pretty interesting, Dorothy. I really found the sentencing to be on target and very interesting. I especially liked it whenever the judge said something along the lines of, "You'll be seeing your wife and your son every night for the rest of your life." It's like, yep. I hope they're haunting him. Yeah, I didn't watch the whole trial either.
I watched bits and pieces, and boy, he is a trip.
Yeah.
I don't think he told the truth about anything
Mm-hmm.
except maybe his name, but
I've thought about going back and watching the whole trial. I mean, I'm really not doing anything, but I am doing stuff, so I just don't know if I want to do that with my time.
yeah, there's YouTube channels that have like daily briefs,
Oh yeah.
which is a lot better than watching the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because they, at the beginning, they concentrated a lot on his financial thing, you know,
Yeah.
the money that he stole from people. And
Mm-hmm.
but that just proved he'd lie and steal, and it didn't matter who it was. He even stole from his brother.
Yeah, I've heard Emily D. Baker is a good one to watch, Ivy Land. Judge Newman, is that the judge that presided over the trial? Evie says that Judge Newman's son died of a heart attack 2 weeks before the trial.
You're kidding. I didn't know that. Wow.
His 41-year-old son passed away unexpectedly 8 weeks ago. This case was hard on him. Oh my goodness, I bet it was. Well, they should investigate the death of his housekeeper, Floor. I think they should.
I think they're going to.
Good.
That's the next thing. And I think they'll, I'm wondering if they'll ever go after or finish investigating about the boy that they found in the road.
Mm-hmm.
I think the son did something to the other son.
Yeah. Possible murder.
It's unreal how that family can just think of life as nothing, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's awful.
Hey, Lark, I have a question sometime I need to ask you. Maybe if you get my phone number or something from Nana. It's a technical question.
Okay. So you want me to email your phone number to her?
Yeah, if you would.
Okay. Really, Lucy J. I don't know who Stephen Smith is, but that's wild.
Stephen Smith, is that the boy that was found in the street?
I wonder if it is. I know, Dorothy, he did disgrace his whole family.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna send your phone number to Lark right now while I'm thinking about it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lucy said the Jackie Burns. Oh, Jackie Burns. The Lori Vallow case starts on April 3rd. I heard they're trying her and her husband separate now too.
That's a good thing,
Yeah.
I think. Okay, I sent it to Lark, so she's got it now.
Thank you, Patty. I think they're
Mm-hmm.
both guilty as anything. So
Yep, I do too.
and wasn't that Letitia trial coming up sometime?
Yeah, thought it was supposed to be this spring. But you know, they get these continuances and try to delay and delay.
Yeah.
Your timer just beeped, Gordon.
Okay. Uncover it, and then they can cover it for 15, but
Okay. Thank you, Lark. So Law and Crime is a good one to watch, Lucy J. Get to get the highlights.
Thank you, Lark.
That's Gordon's phone ringing here.
Huh.
What's your timer set for?
15.
No, was that what the alarm was coming off of? Was it for the
Sorry?
food? Was your phone alarm going off?
On the
Because,
phone,
yeah,
the only one I got set, I think is, I think on that bottom, look.
okay. Just let me know. Gordon keeps being so good, he's keeping track of when I can take my pain medicine so that I don't get confused and, not take it or take an extra one on by accident. Law and Crime is what you watch, Jackie? Was that for me?
No, it was the, timer I had on.
Okay. I did, Ivy Lynn. I saw the Murdoch house in Edisto. And I wasn't impressed.
I think the beep you heard the first time was the beep going under a minute.
Okay. So yeah, I wasn't really that impressed with it, looking from the outside. It is not on the beach. It's actually off the beaten path a little bit. So they call it a beach house, but I guess it's because it's in a beach town, but it wasn't actually on the beach. I know, Dorothy, I want to see that whole thing with the Daybell trial. And Daybell and Ballo.
I was hoping they'd do, some of that here as far as a trial on them, because
Mm-hmm.
it all started in Chandler,
Yeah.
where I live, with the shooting of the ex-husband.
You're not living where they lived, are you?
What?
You're not living in the house they lived in, are you?
Oh, no.
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 Okay. You're right, Ivy Lynn. Wondered if they didn't buy it right on the beach because of the hurricanes, but they probably didn't care. More insurance fraud possible. Yep. His shells are the same as everyone else's. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, Ren. Good to see you. So glad you're here. We're just reading the chat here. So they're not gonna televise those cases. I think they should allow one media outlet to record or televise the trial. So Daybell and Vallows have been all over Arizona, Utah, and Idaho. Jackie?
I think a lot of that case died when her brother died.
Yeah,
You know,
I do too.
I don't think we'll ever know the real truth about everything.
Mm-hmm. There's no telling what all that brother did for her.
Oh, Lark, it's not that hot. Florida's, Texas is, I would never live in Texas because it has the humidity. I remember I went to the doctor one time in Texas, and all I did was walk across the street from my hotel to the doctor's office, and I was like drenched.
Yeah. A little sweaty, were you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw that, Lucy J, where they're trying to bring back the death by firing squad in Idaho.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Guess they don't play around there.
Well, they're having such a hard time getting the medications that they use for the death penalty,
Oh,
and so that's why there are more states than just Idaho that are trying to bring back the firing squad.
hmm.
Yeah, Florida is very hot and humid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lethal injection, they're having trouble getting the drugs to do that with. I don't know, Dorothy. I wonder about that too, whether Alex died truly from just blood clots in his lungs, or why he had those blood clots.
There has to be something.
Yeah.
He was too young to.
Hey, Lisa D,
Lisa
Hello.
D, Lisa D.
how are you?
I'm good. How's
Hey,
everybody doing?
we're doing good. If you turn your camera on, would you show the rock painting that you did?
Sure, I'm upstairs right now. Hold on, I'll go get it.
Oh, okay. I was telling everybody that we need to do
We're gonna-
that in the craft
Mhm.
night.
All right, hold on, I'll go get it.
Okay.
Carol Clark.
Oh, good, Dorothy. Lucy J says the Colberg case is going to be a good one too. The Idaho Ford, those 4 kids, yes,
Yes.
those families, it's so sad.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, hold on. Here it
Okay.
is.
Oh, hold on, let me highlight you. Isn't that a beautiful rock, guys? I just love it.
That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
And it was real easy.
That's what I want to learn how to do.
I
I'm
would
gonna
love
go
to
to
do it
Hob-
one night with everyone.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby and get the stuff I need.
And I used a pencil eraser, a brand new pencil eraser for the biggest sized dots.
Yeah.
And then a dowel tip was like the medium size. And then the smaller one was the end of a Q-tip.
That right along where the middle is, right along that next edge. It looks almost
Yep.
like pearls. It looks almost like pearls laying there.
What
Little
is
different
that?
colored pearls.
Wait a minute. I know. Hang on. I now I can't see what I'm doing. Wait. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's cool. Gary sent me a picture of an idea for a rock. I like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I just
And
love that.
the other end, the tiny ones is what gap? The end of a toothpick. The white dots.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't even need any fancy tools.
Surviving the storm said hello, Lisa D.
Hello. So wouldn't that be fun to do?
Yeah.
I watched a video of a person on YouTube to get, to do this. And I
Now,
did,
did you paint the whole rock black first?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I decided like I could have kept going with the design until it covered the whole rock. But I liked
Mhm.
the way it looked like Nana Patty and we did it kind of together.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa H was there too. We did it kind of like at the same time. And they liked it too like that. So I just left it like that.
I love
Because
it.
it kind of looked cool.
I do too.
So wouldn't that be fun if we did it together one day?
Yeah. Do you know which part I'm talking about that looks like pearls?
What you said that it looked like pearls?
No, there's one row, one like the white in the middle, and then the next row out is tiny, and then you got another row that's not tiny. Those look
Right.
like pearls.
Yeah,
They
they
look
do.
like pink pearls.
Yep, they do.
That's just crazy.
I know. It's amazing how and you know what's funny? Like this is the first time I ever did this. It's kind of funny
Mhm.
because when you're doing it, you're lacking confidence in a way because you
Mhm.
don't know how it's going to turn out. But then as you
Yeah.
go along, it kind of comes together.
Yeah, it really
I think
comes together.
Yeah, it would be fun to do. Like I did this, you and Lisa H were watching me and coach, kind of
Mhm.
hanging out with me. But it'll be more fun like if we have people doing it at the same time
Mhm.
as a project.
Yeah, the little tiny beads that go around the outside, are those
Mhm.
silver? Are those a
Um,
silver?
the ones where the purple is,
Yeah, around the purple.
that's
That-
white.
It's white. Okay.
But
It looks kind of silvery.
you can use like the Luminaire.
Mhm.
You can use those paints too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. In fact, I was watching some videos where the person just used all glitter, not glitter, like all of the glittery type of paints, the metallics rather. And
Mhm.
it looks really cool too. And I mean, these things, they're not costly items to make.
Yeah.
Like this YouTuber that I was watching, she did flower pots from and I had them from Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next thing I want to try. You know, it doesn't cost a lot. Like, a lot of people have acrylic paints in the house.
Yeah.
can
Ren
go
said
out
it
and
would
look
be
for a
fun
rock.
to paint inspirational words on them as well.
Yes. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the sky's the limit, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Whoops. I just dropped it onto the bed.
Oh, well, you can get it later.
Let me see if I can reach it. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I can. Well, it's durable.
Timer's going off, babe.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
And then
Do
don't you
stuff.
put something on it to protect it after you finish?
You know, in that video, she didn't put anything on it, but I'd like to know, maybe if anybody out there knows that,
Yeah.
if you would Mod Podge it, or you could spray it with a lacquer or a wax. I'm probably 100, almost like 99% sure you could do that.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
There's no reason you can't.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the day that I did this, it was raining, but I wanted to go out and spray it with my Mod Podge adhesive sealer, but I just didn't because it was raining, and I don't like to spray in the house. But I totally would have. There's no reason why you can't.
What, Gordon? What? I'm gonna highlight him real quick. I think he's got the dinner done.
What's going on, Nunu?
Okay, that's what it looks like. Babe,
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Can y'all
That's
hear
what
me
the-
now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tilt
Oh.
this. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute or two, but
But that's what it looks
good,
like.
Gordon.
Isn't that lovely?
Mm-hmm.
says I have to let it
Davita,
sit. Huh?
I was gonna tell Lisa D that Davita asked if you'd show the little flower pots.
That I painted?
The ones I guess you're gonna paint. Or if you
Yeah,
already
but I
painted one.
I just painted them black. I didn't do anything on them yet.
Okay,
She wants me to show them?
I think so.
Okay, I don't mind.
Okay, I see that.
You want the bowl or plate?
A bowl's fine
Red,
with a spoon. Yeah,
red, one or two. Oh, wait. We still got some breadsticks.
okay,
Stick.
sure.
Here's a flower pot from Dollar Tree.
And you
And I
already painted
used-
that one?
I used black acrylic multi-purpose paint. And I baked it in the oven for 30 minutes
Cool.
at 350. I always feel like the multi-purpose paint works better on a flower pot.
Yeah,
Like it just seals it, because terracotta could be a little tricky.
yeah. So does that leave any kind of sticky residue on it from the
Not at
paint?
all. Not at all.
That's good.
Yeah. So I have two of those. I also did a multi-purpose paint job on the on this bathtub.
Yeah,
Now, interestingly enough, this is a bisque, right?
mm-hmm,
And I baked it the same as I did with the flower pot. And the paint is permanently on there, right? Because it's multi-purpose, but it still feels very biscuity.
yeah.
Yeah, still feels kind of rough. So
Mhm.
if I do any kind of dot painting on this, I would definitely want to spray it.
Yeah.
so I could get rid of that feel, that like unfired feel,
Yeah.
but I thought it might look cute if I decided to do something dotty on this. I don't know. Maybe with like pastel colors or,
Oh, that'd be pretty.
I don't know. I just thought it might be neat.
Sherry wants to know why you baked it.
Well,
Yeah, I'll take a
because
picture.
first of all, terracotta, I find that if I just use regular like acrylic paint on it, it absorbs the acrylic paint. But like, it's because it's so porous, it almost
Yeah.
feels like it wants to keep taking more and more paint. If that makes sense. But if I use the multi-purpose paint and I bake it for a half an hour, it just
Yeah.
seals it kind of. And the terracotta kind of like calms down and it doesn't always seems like it's sponge.
Okay.
It seems like it's like a more stable surface.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I usually do that. I don't know if it's necessary, because I'm not going to use it for a plant. But I just feel like the terracotta is like a sponge and it wants to constantly take on paint.
Mm-hmm.
But if I seal it with something that's like a permanent thing, it just calms it down and it's more stable. I guess that's the best way to put it. And then this is like the flower pot that from Dollar Tree, like before you painted it, it looks, like a regular flower pot.
Mm-hmm.
I like to use these for my paint brushes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to put my stuff in them. And I found these rocks in the Hobby Lobby by me.
Yeah. How many rocks is in there?
There's 5. I wasn't going to buy rocks, but I couldn't resist because I saw them. 5 for $2.39.
Wow.
And I'm not positive. I think these might have been on sale today when I went for even less.
Wow.
So if you want to get rocks, if you really don't have any,
That's,
wanna
yeah,
cheat.
that's what I was gonna do is go to Hobby Lobby.
yeah, they had them.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty good surfaces. They're pretty big.
Yeah. So Davita says it bakes the paint into the terracotta.
Right. And it's sealing it and it makes it like that it doesn't constantly want to soak up more and more paint. It's the best way I could describe it. Because terracotta is like that. It always wants to grab more and more paint,
Yeah, glad you agree.
And then what else was I going to tell you guys? Oh, so I used this pencil, the back of the pencil eraser, right? Oh, you could use these too. If you go online and you want to buy dot supplies, I bought these. They're just plastic rods and they just have they're just plastic. You could dot with these. Now I never use these. I didn't use these for my project because I didn't have them yet, but I ordered them later on because I want to do the project with my nieces and my nephew. So I want to have some supplies on hand that, they could do the projects at the same time. They don't have to like, sit there and wait to use this or that. And then people use these to make dots. So I have marker on my hands. So you could get those. And some people buy buy crochet hooks and use the back of the crochet hooks because they're flat like this. They're flat like this.
Yeah.
And they're not expensive. And then I wanted to mention these. I have these like these sponges. I wouldn't recommend these because when you put the paint on, it squishes out the side and it gives you a dot that's not uniform. So I wouldn't use a spongy thing. I would be more likely to actually use the other end of this with the wood for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the pencil eraser made the best dot. And and the Q-tip, what you do is you take all the fluff off of it,
Mm-hmm.
and you strip it down. Here, I'll show you. This is the stuff I was using the other day to do it. And I'll bring it in the kitchen.
You like it?
This is the only stuff I used the other day. This is the Q-tip I used. One end of it had no fluff on it. It was just the round circle. The other end, the girl told us to take the Q-tip, roll it around in your fingers, and then tamp it down flat, and then take white acrylic paint and form a circle with your hands and make it real flat, and that becomes your stamper. And that
Wow.
that was one of my circles. Yeah, and you can keep using it over and over again. You get a wet rag and you clean it off in between using it. And then I
Between
used
colors?
the dowel.
Mm-hmm.
There was no money involved. Another little dowel of another size. And then I used this. This is real tiny though. See it?
Mm-hmm.
And then like I experimented with the head of the toothpick. And then oh yeah, I had this end of this Q-tip too. You see I used it. And that's all I had. And that was it. It was really cool not having like fancy equipment, just using like basic things from home.
Yeah.
And then she had this other project that she did on the flower pots. That's flowers. Hold on. That involved using oval shapes for the petals. So I purchased this to try it.
Mm-hmm.
And what you do is you take this little stick and you put whatever shape, whatever size oval you want to use, and you put it on the end and you use that as your stamp. And you use a circle in the middle and you make these the petals around
Cool.
it. And that's what she did on the flower pot, but I didn't try it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I plan on trying that, when I get a chance to. But and then what you do is you take these. This is hard.
Acrylic paint is what you use, right?
Yeah, this becomes your stamper, but I didn't try it yet. Yeah, these are the paints. She recommended the Deco Art Americanas. She uses these acrylics, and their consistency is like pretty thin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you get better and better at doing the stamping, like with practice and getting them more uniform, but you just can't be too intimidated by it.
I don't
But,
want to interrupt you, but
If one night go ahead, interrupt.
oh no, I was going to say Aurora fell and hit her head,
What?
and now she's like falling asleep, like just suddenly. And
I don't like that.
I don't either, Aurora. I wish you would go to the emergency room.
Is she home alone?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
All right, I'm going to stop talking about it. I was just going to say, on the night that we do this, though, we'll, Nana Patty will put up a post about like supplies and what day. Yeah, but I'll
What
put
supplies they need?
Oh my God, is she alone?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You said
How
her
did
home care attendant helped her eat and drink this afternoon. She couldn't do it by herself.
I'm so worried about her. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's such a sweetie.
You have to get a
Shirley
helmet.
wants to see The Rock again.
What?
Sherry wants to see The Rock again.
Okay. It's back.
Hi, E.F. Hutton Grayson. Good to see you.
Where'd I stick it? Oh, I think it's upstairs somewhere.
Oh, you leave it upstairs?
Yeah,
We're making you run all over the place.
that's okay. I'm just worried about Aurora.
I know. Me too. It's not something to mess around with.
No. Goes back. Okay. Put this off. I have my candles on.
Florida, I got your email, Florida. But I'm not going on camera today. So I can't show the picture that you sent me,
My little boys.
but I will next time. Were they in the mouse house?
Yeah, they're in the mouse houses.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Say
You
hi,
crack me up.
guys.
Lisa had to order another mouse house, so they both had one. They love
Julian,
That's so
Julian
cute.
was hogging the mouse house.
it.
Right, so here's the rock. Oops.
So pretty.
You could see, like, for my first try, it's not perfect, but you know, you do it, you learn, you know, as you go along. It still
Yeah.
looks pretty. Yeah,
I think it's really pretty.
we can do it together.
Yeah, you get
It'd be a
Jackie
fun
and
night.
Davita. Get Jackie, Davita, Deb, everybody get involved and
Yeah,
Yeah.
anybody who wants to call in and do it with us.
You know, that's a craft that even Muffets could do. You know,
Yeah.
that say she doesn't do crafts, you know,
Mhm.
that would be easy.
it's
Yeah.
very easy. Very, very
Yeah.
easy. Like, it's easier than it looks.
So all of you out there that don't craft, come and try this.
Yeah, right,
Mhm.
Jules?
And
Tell
then you'll
everyone
be a
to come.
crafter.
Tell everyone to come
Yeah.
and I'll be in my mouse house and we could have fun, but don't take my mouse house.
Lisa?
Yeah.
Lucy J says she's always loved the color of your kitchen walls. I've always
Oh,
wanted to ask you what color, but if she's being intrusive, you don't have to tell her.
let me ask Gary. Gar? What color is the kitchen? What color walls did we pick for the kitchen? Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. Yeah.
See if you can figure it out. He says he has it somewhere. He's gonna find out. Thank you.
That's nice,
nice-
Gary.
Yeah, that's a nice compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. He's gonna find out. I'm gonna go on this, look at the chat.
Ivy Lynn says she has several mouse houses, and thank goodness, because at least 2 are usually in there.
Yeah, like, you know what it is? It belongs to the bunny. And when the bunny's here, the bunny goes in it. But then all of a sudden, when the bunny went home last time, Julian discovered it. And he was like, I love this mouse house. Then
Mhm.
he wouldn't let Nunu near it. And poor Nunu kept looking at me with this sad little face, like, you know, I don't have a mouse house. So, of course, I had to get him one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How did dinner go with your parents? Did you have a good
Oh,
time?
we had fun. We had fun. They were really cute.
Yeah,
Yep,
parents, they're the greatest.
they're adorable. I wanted to show you guys the person that, like, where I got that rock from. You know what I mean? The idea and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Your muse.
yeah. Like her channel is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what, too, Nana Patty, if you want to, you could put her, can you put a link to her video in your community page or something?
And I can put it right here in chat.
Oh,
You can too.
I have no idea how to do that.
Okay. Well, hold on just a second.
Do I just hit share?
Now, what? Yeah, you hit share and then copy link,
Oh. Copy
and then
link.
and then you just go in the chat
Oh my God, that's great. Thank
and
you.
paste it in there and send
Okay,
it.
everybody, here I come. Thank you.
You learned something new today.
I did, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the link to the video of the rock that I made. Oh my God,
There it is.
I'm so impressed with myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Lisa H wants to do it too, yep, Davita. How you doing, Dave? You find it, Gak? You couldn't find it?
I pinned that link for that YouTube channel at the top of the page. Yeah,
What now?
Lisa H is ordering stuff to do it with too.
Ivy Lynn, I do the same thing. I put the houses near the heat register, so when the heat goes up, they get nice and toasty warm in the mouse houses. I do the exact same thing. They love it. I'm so excited that I can put the link in like that. She's really cute and nice, and she's down to earth. And I love the way she teaches people to do things without having to buy a lot of fancy things. Oh, and
Yeah.
you know what I'll do? Now that I know how to do that, I'll put the flower pot video in. How's
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, the flower pot one is a little tricky because you need the oval. Well, let me go backwards. If you want to make the flower petals look like ovals, you would need a stamper that is an oval. But you can make flowers with little round petals and it will probably look just as cute. So I don't think you need anything extra if you don't want to. So
Mm-hmm.
there. That's my 2 cents.
Yep.
But I'm gonna put that video in and the beginner video that I sent my nieces and my nephew too. Because they want to do it too.
Now I put the link in for Davita Lane and for Surviving the Storms. I'm going to go back and get Jackie Burns. I'm sure that everybody here knows who these people are and that most of the time we're all together on my channel. We have a good time together. But just in case you don't, I want to share their channel link.
Here's the other video. That's the flower pot one. I love her choices of color. And I like her philosophy that not everything has to be perfect.
Yep.
There's
Not
also
everything.
one. Go ahead, hon.
I was going to say not everything is perfect.
Yeah, like it's art, you know? It's art.
Mhm.
And I love that philosophy. This one is about doing one where you paint flowers on a bottle, which is kind of cute.
Yeah.
Yep. I hope everybody enjoys that.
Tell me if I forgot anybody's, thank you, Lucy J. If I forgot to share anybody's channel link, just let me know and I'll share it.
Benjamin Moore, Antique White.
Oh, Benjamin Moore, Antique White.
There's your answer. Benjamin Moore Antique White. Well, it really is a pretty color.
By the way, she also has a video on here of how to seal your projects. If you go to her thing, she'll tell you how to do that too. I just saw it. So yeah, have fun with that and maybe give yourself a little heads up before we do it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that, Lisa. And my kids will love that.
I think so too. Which one are you talking about though? Which one?
Any of them, that type of painting.
I know, I
where
think
you
you're
just
right.
have to do dots. They can't really mess it
I
up
mean-
that way.
How do you mess it up? Right.
Yeah.
I could probably mess it up.
No, no, I don't think so. Aurora, I do not have my own channel. Nope. I'm not cool enough.
Yes, you are.
I know. Aurora has said that to me before. So I'm
You're not
teasing
cool.
her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Denise
cool
C?
enough.
Thank you, Denise C, for coming in. Good night.
Good night,
I love you,
Denise.
Aurora. That's okay, Aurora. That's okay, love. So is mine. Oh, excuse me, I just burped. I hope you didn't hear that.
Nope,
If you did, pardon me.
you're
Hi,
excused.
Jackie. Thank you. I didn't mean to. I usually do have manners.
Well, you always have
Oh,
manners.
Lucy J says it looks like a very beautiful light apricot color. Well, you know, it does have sort of a, I don't want to say it's like a pink hue to it, but it does lean that way a little bit, Lucy J, if you ask me, you know? And then the rest of the house has a little bit more of a yellow hue to it, the paint. And we use the same color in the apartment that we have in the rest of the house. But you're right, it almost does have it does lean that way, the color. It is really, I like it. And you know, it's funny, when we were picking out the color of the for the house, we were struggling with it. We tried several different colors, and we just nothing, we didn't like anything. And then when we tried this color, it really felt like we got it right. You know, it just felt right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a warm color. I'm glad you didn't hear me, Aurora. You're so cute.
Has anybody went on a boat ride with you, Florida? I don't think we have.
Thanks, Lucy J. I could call my channel the Cool Cat Channel. Thank you for saying so. Deb, the girls would really get into the dot painting for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
just think of it. And the kids are into the mandalas,
yes.
you know? You could make them like different color schemes. You could just do all sorts of things, you know?
Yeah.
I like the bottle
Really?
one. The kids are really into stuff like that too. Like, remember when we were into the candles, like dripping down the sides of the bottles?
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we did. It was ridiculous.
Hey.
Why were we so into that if we thought we were so cool?
I need someone to
Friday.
drink the wine so I can have the bottle.
Mhm. We were so into that. We would use any bottle, anything we could get our hands on. It was ridiculous.
Mhm.
You could paint on a bottle, right? You could do this painting on a bottle.
Yeah, there's a video she has. I put the link in
Mhm.
in one of the links in your chat. It was so cool. I like the example of it, Nana Potty, because she did flowers without using the ovals. She just did round petals, and it looked just as good.
Oh, cool.
It's a good one. It's a really good one.
Mhm.
I said you don't need anything fancy.
Yeah.
You know, no fancy equipment.
Florida, I don't think we've been on a ride with you in your boat. That'd be fun. Taking off on the boat in Florida with you.
Mhm.
How's Florida doing? I wasn't here at the beginning.
I'll tell you about it.
I want to know if she has any new creations.
Any new creations?
Hang on a second. I dropped my headphone. Okay, I'm here. What does she have any new creations in her life?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. She's so cool like that.
Nothing that she's talked about.
You could
Aurora
use your
said-
finger for the flowers, Davita.
Willie.
Oh, Willie, come on, Willie.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when Willie gets in trouble.
Aurora says, can we use our napkins? I have many, many napkins. Lisa did.
Can I use any more napkins?
No, she said, can we use our napkins? I guess in his paint project. Can
Oh.
you use napkins in the paint project?
Oh,
I think she's being silly.
I don't know. I bet you she is.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you she has more napkins than all of us put together.
Probably. Hi, Gladys. Good to see you.
Nightmare, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think you could do that, Nightmare.
I mean, with a mandala, all you really need is the circle. Right? Like, and it doesn't even really matter what you're making the circle out of. You just need the symmetry of the circle. So I would imagine that you could really run with that in any way you want to. I mean, I would think so. I would think so.
Here's Florida Gray Ladies link.
I'm sorry, Florida. Oh, hold on. I'm switching my glasses out. Hang on. Don't worry, I'm not getting those hideous ones that Gary makes fun of.
You're welcome. Help me, Rhonda. Thanks for telling me to do that. I guess I didn't realize Florida had a channel, like was actually doing a channel.
Yes, I am resting, Davita. I am chilling in my bed. It's past my bedtime, Davita. You know
Yeah,
that.
Mommy.
Are you proud of me, Dave, for being awake at 9:07?
What'd you say, Lisa?
I said to Davita, she should be proud of me for staying awake at
This
9:07.
long?
This is late for me.
It is.
Nightmare, that's a good idea. Look for a pattern. They do have patterns for mandalas. How much sea glass do you have? Do you have a lot of sea glass? Yeah, Florida Gray Lady says you can put a napkin on a bottle and use the dots as highlights and shades.
Yeah,
I've done that before, like seriously.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Davita said she could always tell when I'm in bed.
Yeah.
I am completely in shock. You should be in shock. This is like 2 hours past my bedtime.
Nightmare says she finally got a community post page, a community page. She's so
Very
excited to
good.
share pics. How many subscribers did you have to get,
That
Nightmare?
is very, very cool, Nightmare.
How many do you have to
Yeah,
get?
how does that work?
I forgot how many it takes to get a community page and
Okay.
monetize and all that stuff.
Nightmare, you have tons of sea glass? Where did you get it?
Oh, I
I
forgot
thought-
to share.
I didn't know that, I always feel like it's hard to get a lot of sea glass. We're bombarding Nightmare with tons of questions.
I know.
I think she could handle it though.
Yeah. I forgot to put her link in here. I'll get Nightmare's link in here. Well, that's nice, Nightmare. She usually gives it away to local artists.
Oh, that's nice.
She has tons of sea glass.
Wow.
Pretty neat.
It is.
If I forgot to share your page or your channel, let me know. 'Cause I do forget stuff sometimes. Especially getting over this surgery.
I know it's a rough one.
I had to take my brace off for a minute to eat. Now I got to put it back on.
You can't find sea glass where you are, Florida Gray Lady? Everyone gets community pages tab now, but it took a while for it to be activated. Oh. So you start out with a community page?
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Wow, they changed the rules.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Well,
good.
Leave it to them to change the rules.
Yeah, that's good. But it can take a while to be activated.
I'm glad you got it activated. I was excited whenever I got my community tab too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's because in the old days, the quote old days, it took a certain amount of subscribers, right?
Yeah. I thought it was 500, but I can't remember.
I'm saying goodbye and good night. We are going to dinner. Good. Have a good time, Jackie.
Good night, Jackie.
Good night, Jackie.
Have fun. We're fixing to go too. I need to rest.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Been a couple of hours on here. So probably time for
Yeah,
me
it's
to
no
lay down.
picnic, Dave.
Hmm?
No, Davita was saying I went through, difficult time when I had my surgery, and I just said, yeah, it's no picnic. Took
Yeah,
about a year, good solid year.
that's what they told me.
Yeah.
I actually feel like I'm doing pretty good from the surgery. It's that other problem with that inflammation
Right.
in my ribs.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Hey,
Lisa.
Lisa,
Lisa
Hey.
H. Hi.
I'm sorry that I just woke up.
Well,
Oh,
that's
I'm glad
okay.
you
You
woke
needed
up.
to sleep, hon.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Thanks
hope
for popping
everybody's
in.
doing well.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I think I'm gonna close our get together with a
Okay.
prayer. So let
You
me get
always
to my
do a
prayer.
good job with that. Thank you.
Thank
You always
you.
do great. Yep.
Bye-bye, say bye-bye.
Gordon's telling everyone goodbye.
Goodbye, Gordon.
bye, Gordon.
No,
I love you all, everybody in chat and on panel. Miss you guys.
yeah. We'll try to go live a little more often. Lately, it's been hit or miss with me because
Yeah,
of my neck.
right.
Well, that's gonna get better, and everything else will get better too. But I'll go ahead and say my prayer now. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you with many thanks. We want to thank you for our friendships, that feel like family. Thank you for everything you do for us. You always take care of our needs. We may not be the way that we expect it to be taken care of, but you do take care of it. And Jesus, I would like to ask for special prayer for the following people. And you know their needs. You know if they need healing or they're going through grief or surgeries upcoming. You know what their need is. And pray for Carol Boyce, Amy Reestad, Ladybug Toe's mom and brother, Lori Colley's mom, Sherry Duvall, Susie B., Jeremy, Gigi Jardine, Jelly Bean Nurse, one second, Lisa D. One second. Elvis, Teresa, Davita, Shelley's granddaughter Evelyn and daughter Brittany, Tracy's niece's baby girl, Shannon M. for a family member, Davita for Jason and family, Danny, Muppets, Clarissa, Angie, Alicia, Nancy, Sherry, Shirley, Peggy K's sister, Lori, and friend Jill, Emily, Aurora, and Held to the No, and Carol Clark. Carol, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 And I hope we got everybody.
Prayers for
Thank-
surviving the storms. I'm just getting
Oh,
into
yes.
chat.
For Dorothy,
Yeah.
please add Dorothy to that list. And
Did you do Carol Boyce?
Yep, got her. So with all of that said, I guess we will say goodnight. Farewell. So long.
Yes.
Sing that song from The Sound of Music.
Yes.
But we love you all and have a great night. Take care. We'll